Hey everyone, welcome back. Another day, another vlog. A bit of a quiet news day today. One sort of big story, and that's probably the biggest one there is. They've been waiting for a while in the States. Robert Mueller did his testimony in front of all the Supreme Court, or in front of all the senators, or I think it's the senators they have over there, or the senators they've run it. The Grand Inquisition of Robert Mueller. Basically just reiterated what he'd already put in the 400-page report. It didn't sort of go off and give sort of any personal beliefs in it or anything. Just sort of said yes, no answers, and yes, that's correct, and yes, it's illegal, and what everyone sort of already knew was legal, and that he did say that if Donald Trump's not the president, that yes, he could be tried for the crime. So that was sort of something interesting out of it. I'm sure Donald Trump's lawyers would probably be looking at that right now to see what happens if he does lose the election, if they're going to be coming for him. But it's pretty interesting. I think it's sort of, I guess, the final chapter of that saga, and until at whatever stage that he's not the president again, and I guess they'll have to work out what they want to do. But yeah, I guess it wasn't really what they wanted from either side. The Republicans didn't really sort of say, he didn't come out and say yes, no, well, he didn't do it. He basically said, yeah, well, he did do it. And from the Democrat side, they just basically asked things that were already in there. They didn't ask for any new information and anything like that. He sort of just basically, I don't know what should call us, probably like take the fifth. He just said basically he could just deny saying anything, so didn't get himself in trouble. It was 6 hours the bloke had to sit there for, which is just insane. I could just only imagine having to sit in front of all those people just constantly pounding you, and you got to try and remember exactly what you have and haven't done in a 400-page report, or your staff. And I think that's what people will sort of forget, the fact that as much as he's the head of that investigation, he probably had a plethora of people under him doing all the investigating and putting this report together, and he would be leading them to the direction and which avenue and what he wanted to achieve and what they wanted to go. So that's sort of, he was the controller. But for him to know exactly every single detail on it, geez, you'd have to be pretty good. 400-page report, I don't think there'd be too many people on this planet that could remember all that. There's no way no one could do it by themselves. No lawyer does it by themselves. They have associates and all that. And he's obviously a lawyer, so he'd have associates and all his other staff working for him to put that together, and they probably did that. The other interesting thing was, like, Trump refused to get interviewed by him and his staff for over 12 months, which I thought was a bit crazy. If someone was so innocent, you'd think you'd come out and at least do an interview. If you wanted, you put conditions on the interview, but you definitely do an interview. So I don't think it looks that real flash for Donald Trump. I don't think actually it even bothers him either. I don't think he's concerned whatsoever with whatever happened there. It was like just a null and void subject to him. So yeah, but is the big news story of the day. There wasn't a real lot too much else in the world on the tube today that I noticed. Probably some remnants from last night. Those Pewdiepie fans out there, if you're a big fan of Pewdiepie and the latest Minecraft boom he's going through, which is still just smashing up his likes. He's pumping 12-15 million likes a day out of it. You can't blame him for just keep constantly playing it. He's good at it. He's really good at it, and I guess for him it's a big change from constantly doing the news and the stuff, and like we all, you get a bit stagnant after a while, and got to constantly try and think of new things to keep yourself entertained. And obviously he's got 97 million plus subscribers to sort of keep him entertained, and a lot of those are gamers, so I think they're appreciating it. And Jack Black on there as a charity Minecraft thing, and I think that's still open, which is pretty cool. And Jack Black burnt down his house that he built, which was just hilarious. I watched them. They had a punch-up, a naked punch-up. Jack Black's just so funny. Yeah, pretty darn funny stuff. So it's pretty cool. Other than that, the fishing sims is the only other thing I really wanted to talk about. If you haven't gone into the fishing sims, there's a big push early on in the year. There was nothing about it, the iCast again, or that I would have liked to have hoped. And it's been a little bit quiet since the initial push on it. But the updates are available for the Pro Tour for it. I'm actually downloading it right now. I've only got, you'll love this if you're in the States or anywhere with decent internet, I've only got 71 hours left to download 16 gigabytes at camp. Because I've got to do it through my phone, which I'm using here, because my PlayStation won't hook up to the free Wi-Fi. And yeah, it's Telstra, the world's crappiest the telecom company. And we're in Australia. I'm in the middle of the desert, so I guess that's got a little bit to do with it. But yeah, it's you pay a fortune for a phone bill, and this is what you get. But there's not much I can do about it, so I just got to let the sucker ride for the next 3 days, and I should be able to play the update. So fingers crossed for me. Hopefully, once that gets going, I want to get on there and get some new lakes and stuff and have a bit more of a fish this swing. I've got a couple more videos planned, but probably want to try and get on there and record some fishing games on there this swing for you and do one of those as a video. So I'll do that as well, get the camera set up and try and... live streaming just doesn't work with the internet, unfortunately. Here I've tried it a few times and it's just constantly buffering, and it's just... to bring it down, to get it to work, it just goes pixelated and rubbish, which I just wouldn't do to you. I'd rather do it half decent. So I should be able to record it, and then I can download it and maybe do some editing on it and get it sorted. So yeah, hopefully get one of them out this swing once this thing downloads. Anyway, not a real lot. The good news is it's last night was super clear nights. If you haven't seen our Instagram, on my Instagram, get over there. You can catch me at Nightcliff Tigers Fishing Club or Nightcliff 34 on Instagram. You can also get my personal one as well on Hank's House on Instagram. Come and check me out. I've been doing a bit of star photography work at work. Star photography at work. Good English. We're in the middle of the desert, so we don't get a lot of light except for the camp lights. And I've sort of been working on my Milky Way photos, and I've got a couple of good ones last swing with a couple of clear nights. I should be able to get some of them on night shift this swing and hopefully on shift change. Last night was super clear when I woke up this morning. This morning when I woke up at 4 o'clock, it was super clear out there. And again tonight looks like a nice clear night, so fingers crossed I should be able to get out there again and do another night run and get a heap more photos and get some footage. I'm learning. It's been a long time since I did my photography, since high school when I was actually half decent at it. And we're now with my new Canon M50, which I use to do all my videos and my vlogging and all my YouTube stuff. It's been really enjoyable. I'm really loving getting back into photography, and we've got some nice stuff here. I'd like to be going for more bushwalks, but the spin effects here, which is a grass which is razor sharp, you can't really walk off in there, plus you got snakes and all the other stuff, so I can't really go bush bashing here while I work, unfortunately. But yeah, I should be hopefully get some more there, so go check us out on Instagram. You'll see the link on our homepage in YouTube. I should have more up there of that this week. Did all the photos last night from the zoo, just individual photos from the zoo video that'll be coming out shortly. Got some great photos. They got some awesome animals in there, so that was pretty darn cool. Going to be doing more of that tonight and going through all the videos and start cleaning up all that and starting to put it together. So hopefully the next few days I should be able to get out a new video for you for the Perth Zoo, which should be pretty cool. It was me and Jack had a ball. I was there for about 3 or 4 hours with my son. Jack, he's only just under 2, and he had a ball, and we run around, and I just chased him around, and all the animals, and yeah, it was like, yeah, awesome. Kids in zoos, we all love them, and it was even cool for me to practice my photography stuff and get some video stuff out there and show you what we've got in Perth. So it was pretty cool. Anyway, that's about it again for another day and another night of vlogging. Yeah, again, a little bit slow on the news-wise today. Nothing really popped out today. But we've always got tomorrow, which is always good. So I'll be here to see you. So whether you're having breakfast, lunch or dinner or tea, sleeping in or waking up, hope you have an awesome day, and I will see you all tomorrow. See you guys.